Lytham!
Hello.
Hi.
How are you? I like the person who, when the announcement started, went, shh. What a very polite audience. Do you have a good break? Good. Get up to anything, Pie Man? You what, sorry? You got an email? What did he say? You can't hear me? What the fuck has happened? What a weird start to the second half. Can you hear me? Ah, lovely bit of business. I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that. That is great stuff. Famous Wigan wits. That's what that is, isn't it? That's the weirdest sound I've ever heard in a theatre. How many of you, what are you drinking?
An IPA, I think.
An IPA, how many pints you had?
About 17.
17? That's the main thing. What time did you start drinking? One? Jesus Christ! So you've been drinking since what? You came to Blackpool early? Because you thought it would be such a nice day out in this weather? And then you thought, fuck it, I'll just go to the pub. Who been drinking? You what? Yeah, no, you came to watch me, I'm fully aware of that. Bloody hell, you have been drinking since one, haven't you? So where did you start? Do you live in Blackpool?
Wigan, and then Lytham, and then St Anne's.
Wigan and then Lytham and then St Anne's? What, where you've been drinking today or where you've lived? Aren't Lytham and St Anne's the same? Isn't Lytham St Anne's a place? Oh, have I said to me, have I suddenly turned into the most controversial comedian? Am I suddenly Frankie Boyle? Because I'm not aware of the exact geography of Lytham and St Anne's. I can't even fucking say it. So, what was your name again? Aaron. Darren. Yeah, and you're angry about this Lytham and St Anne's.
Other people may well be.
Other people. Lytham folk. Where is Lytham? Don't have a go at me. When I turn up to Blackpool, I need to know every town in the surrounding area. How far away is Blackpool?
Go down south.
8 miles down coast.
8 miles down coast. Are you a lighthouse keeper? 8 miles down coast. Head due south and you will be in Lytham. Honk the horn on your ship as you arrive, and they will know you are there. Avoid the man who's been drinking since 1 p.m. 8 miles down coast. I'm just having a wine, that's all I'm having. Get you! Bloody hell, a wine! Who can imagine that? Do they not have wine in Lytham? St Anne's, fucking hell, I don't know what I'm talking about now. Is St Anne's even at the... So there's Lytham, and there's St Anne's, and never the twain shall meet. You what, sorry? Don't get started on Thornton Cleveley.
Good morning, yeah.
Well, you're not going to enjoy the second half because I've got 20 minutes on it. Fuck. And I'm not going to lie, I thought this would be the first time the gig would actually go well for that bit of material. Because it fucking died in Folkestone on Monday. I thought finally the Thornton Cleveley stuff's going to rip it in Blackpool. Because we all know where it is, six hours up coast. If you're travelling at 48 knots. Don't get me started on Thornton Cleveley. That's going to be my new catchphrase. Thornton Cleveley just sounds like a posh bloke. Like one of those Tory MPs that voted Brexit. Oh, well, Thornton Cleveley's backed it, so... Can't believe they put Thornton Cleveley in the cabinet. I can't remember what's in the show now. I think that's about it. I'll see you later. All right, well, you can go if you don't like it. Don't get me started on Thornton Cleveley. You won't be. So that all came from the fact that you couldn't believe I was drinking wine. Have you ever drunk wine? Occasionally? You have it here? Yeah, well, I presumed you did until your reaction to me having a glass of wine. No one's been that surprised by wine since Jesus turned water into it, if I'm honest with you. I'm only having one glass. I've reached that stage in my life I've realised I can't drink without it going badly wrong. I am a bit like that guy there. Worse, so I've realised this, I did the Edinburgh Festival, I did 2 nights there to warm up for this tour, right? And I was very excited because all my friends were up there performing. And I went out both nights, and both nights I got drunk, and both ended in complete disaster. I will take you through them now. Okay, so the first night, got back to my hotel, 2 a.m, drunk, walked into my hotel room, don't know if you've ever had this, walked in, looked at the bed, and there was no duvet. There's no duvet, and I knew it was my bed because I recognised the pillow. There's no duvet, and I thought, well, there's got to be a duvet. I was like searching the cupboards, I looked in the bathroom, there was no duvet there. I know I had to phone down, I was like, there's no duvet, and they're like, what are you talking about? I was like, can you send up a duvet? There's no duvet. 5 minutes later, a guy turns up, knocks on my door, walks in with a duvet, looks at my bed, and says, you are aware that they've just tucked in the duvet so tight that it looks like it's part of the bed. I had to go, yes, of course I am now. If you'll just leave my second duvet and go. Oh, I don't know if you've ever slept under 2 duvets. What a snug night that is. A combined tog of 22, yes please. Not the worst one. The following night, right, I got back to the hotel, 2 a.m, got to my hotel room. Key card didn't work in the hotel room door, we've all had that. Went down to reception. I was like, it's a different guy, thank God. And I was like, oh, my key card's not working. And he took the key card off me, looked at it, and said, you are in the wrong hotel. How drunk must I have been? I've been staying there for 2 days. I've been trying the door. Imagine the couple in there going, what the fuck is going on? Imagine if it had worked, going in, go, well, there was no duvet now last night, now there's a couple and a duvet. There's got to be a middle ground here. I've realised I've reached this stage in my life because I've reached a stage where basically I've had a baby, so I've lost the ability to drink. Has anyone here got a baby? Yeah. How old's your baby? 11 months. Where are you, sir? I can't see. Are there? And who's looking after it tonight? Your mum and dad. Your mum and dad. Are you enjoying it? Yeah, I know what you mean. Have you got a baby monitor? Yeah, what you got? One of the sound, or you got the picture as well? Yeah, I got talked into that piece of shit. That's what happens, you got upsold in John Lewis. Yeah, so what I've got, it's not just got the sound, it's got a video screen as well, which is a very useful feature, isn't it? Oh yeah. Because if I didn't have that feature, I'd hear crying coming from the baby monitor, and I'd think, well, I would go up, but who is it? That could be anyone crying in my bedroom. To be honest, it's usually me since I had a baby. Worst thing about it, because it's dark up there, it's in night vision mode, it's fucking freaky. Looks like the film Paranormal Activity. Good, I'm not going up there, there's a demon baby in my bedroom. When my baby's eyes open, they glow black. I'm on the phone to NHS Direct, going, I don't need a doctor, I need a priest, that's what I need. It's awful. All these pointless features on it. The way he just tried to talk me into this video screen, he said, no, it's not for when the baby's crying, it's for when they're silent, you can see what they're up to. I'll have a guess at sleeping, yeah. You have to turn it on and go, oh, she's making an Airfix model of a Spitfire. One of the ways he sold it to me, he said, no, the reason you want the video screen is if you just have the sound, sometimes it can get mixed up with radio signals, which can get confusing. How confusing is that going to get? Oh, she's woken up and she's singing Africa by Toto. Do you know what? It's as good as the original as well. I didn't even know she had a steel drum. What a talent she is. Oh, she's woken up and she's running a local cab firm. Apparently, if there's someone in the building with the same baby monitor as me, I can get their picture. Imagine that turning on and fucking hell, she's grown, hasn't she? All these pointless features. Have you got that feature where you can press a button to radio back? You got the air. How lazy are parents getting? Your baby's crying out. Fucking hell, that's 10 stairs away. I'll be up after Poirot. Over. How's that going to reassure a baby? A disembodied voice just booming into the room. Like Davina in the Big Brother house. What's the distance yours does? No, I didn't need, I didn't realise that you needed, I was just reading the instructions, it said 300 metres. 300 metres! I just want to go downstairs, I don't live in the Shard. 300 metres, I mean, I've checked, I could go to the cinema. Imagine that, people behind you just go, bloody hell, he's watching Paranormal Activity 3 and 1 at the same time. Do you want me to get you any pick and mix over? This is the thing with, when you have a baby, I won't talk about it, but just a couple of things. You get talked into a lot of purchase. Did you do the 3D scan? No? Well, you're lucky. So this is what happens. You get to the end of the scan, right? And the scan was fine, right? And then we got to the end, and he said, before you go, just a quick question. Would you like to spend some money? I thought I'll stop you there. No. You know, would you like to spend some money on seeing your baby in 3D? And I thought, no, I don't know, because it's not the new Star Wars. No. He said we could do a 3D scan. I thought, I didn't know that was one of the things you had to scan for. They're going to get to the end and go, well, good news and bad news. But good news, they've got all their limbs. Bad news, your baby is two-dimensional. However, good news, it will be an easier birth than anticipated. Just print them out now on this Canon printer if you want. All these pointless things, like, did you buy a Ewan? Did you get one of them? It's a stuffed sheep, right? And it plays the sound of the womb, right? And it's really good, right? And what you do is when your baby's crying, you put it on, and just to be clear, that is to reassure the baby, and not, as my friend thought, to cover up the sound of the crying. So you put this Ewan on, this sheep, it plays the sound of the womb, right? And we do, and it would help the baby go to sleep, and we do it every night. She'd go to sleep, and we're like, this is brilliant. She said, we'll just put it on. She goes to sleep, and then, after 6 months or so, we moved her out into her own room with the Ewan, and I'm not going to lie to you, I couldn't fucking sleep. I had got too used to being in the womb. So I had to go out and buy a second Ewan for myself. So now when I turn up at a hotel, I've got a pillow in one hand, you in under the arm. You buy the pram, and you spend all this time deciding on a pram, and then she wouldn't even sleep, she wouldn't lie in the bed bit of the pram, she didn't want to travel with it. She didn't want to travel in a bed, and you're like, are you thick? This is the best way you are ever going to travel. That was an option for me. If I was going to a shop with a mate and he went, how do you want to travel? Do you want me to push you in a bed? Fucking yes, please. I can't imagine anything better. If that was an option on Uber, I would take it every time. If someone offered me going in a bed, I wouldn't go, no, I'd prefer to be strapped to your front like that. We take her out in the pram now and go to the park a lot. Go to a park in East London, is where I live, in a park called Victoria Park. Anyone aware of Victoria Park in East London? Yeah? Yeah, who said yes? You did. You been there? Yeah? Did you chip in as well? Who else has been there? You. You didn't answer initially, so I can't include you in the question, I'm afraid. What's your name, sir? Robert. Did you used to live there? Yeah, I could tell from the voice, Robert. Did you like Victoria Park? Where are you, Robert? There, sorry. It's very dark for me, I'm not just... here's a question for you on Victoria Park, Robert. Do you know what time it closes? Weird question, isn't it? Do you know what time it closes? No, I'll tell you. Dusk. Dusk, because clearly we live in the 17th century. I'm going to say, I think that is too vague if you're threatening to lock people in a park overnight. Do you want to get to the gate and they're like, unlucky mate, dusk. You know the rules, red sky at night, you're locked in the fucking park, see you later loser. Oh come on mate, I didn't know what time it was, my sundial's broken. Dusk, that is not an acceptable time. You meet someone for a drink, what time do you want to meet? Dusk. So is this a date or a duel? Couldn't believe it, she was late. She turned up at dusk. The table was booked for dusk. If I was meeting someone, they said, let's meet at dusk, I would think they are going to murder me. And bury me in the park after dusk when no one is around to see it. I wanted to know when dusk was, right, so I googled it. I googled it. It said dusk is the final stage of twilight. What use is that to me? I bet you know all those terms, don't you? 8 miles down coast. Turn the light out on at dusk, that's what I do. I go to the park though, I enjoy it. Because I enjoy get to go on the rides, that's one of the things. Like you go to the play park, no one's around, get up and on all the rides. Do you want to have a guess at what the worst ride is in the play park? No, you don't want to have a guess. Okay. Seesaw, no. Roundabout, no. Slide, no. Swings, no. I'll tell you what it is. Chicken on a spring. What a load of shit, chicken on a spring. No one goes on chicken out of spring out of choice. There's only 2 types of chicken on a spring from what I can tell. One where the spring is far too loose. You get on before you've moved a muscle, you are pecking all over the fucking top. Got 2 black eyes from all the pecking you're doing. And one where the spring is far too tight, you get on all your effort and you're doing that. But good bloody hell, have you got a personal trainer? No, I've just been on chicken on a spring actually. My core is unbelievable. Got an unbelievable core. Been on seesaw, yeah, just seesaw, you guessed, yeah, been on that. Still fun, seesaw, till you realise still don't know how to get off a seesaw. Oh, you're on there having fun, then you realise there's only 2 options, isn't there? You could be the guy at the top, who when their mate gets off will descend to the ground at 4,000 miles an hour. You have to catch yourself on your toes like a cat. Or you can be the person at the bottom who's got to hook their leg off faster than the seesaw comes up, or you'll be flipped 180 degrees. And yes, I do go leg last. I saw someone doing that the other day. Balls last. Are you fucking kidding me? Watching your balls being flipped into the distance like a drive off the first tee. Yeah, and you're just on there for hours. Just going, hurry up, you're arguing. You've got top hole, go, no, let's find a point of balance. Go, hurry up, mate. It's almost dusk. She's back. With that laugh, I imagine you can only appear after dusk. I'm going to stop talking about having kids. No one wants to. I'll say one more thing. No, and parents will know this, right? It changes everything. Like for you as a person, it's the big questions I used to worry about. Like, I used to be worried about my own mortality. Every day I'd worried about that, but now, quite happily be dead. Bit of time to myself, isn't it? Yeah, how deep do you want to be buried? 301 metres, please. What was your name, the lighthouse keeper again, sorry? Celia. Your driver, Celia? Yeah. How old are you when you passed your test? 22. It was late, isn't it, Celia? Quite late. 17. Yeah, too right. Any other 17-year-old passes here? Yeah, fucking legend. Yeah, legend. You got to do it. Get it done. Bang, it's dealt with. You don't have to even do it again. You don't have to do it in 22. 17, bang, done. Next, 17, fourth time, bang, done. Any other fourth time failures here? Yeah, we shouldn't be allowed on the roads. There are some people who are better than. Some people. Those people that told you they passed first time, and then they reveal they passed in an automatic. Piss off. You might as well pass in a Dodgem. The worst thing about failing your test is when you fail, and then you fail, and you just have to do the rest of the test. The first test I failed, I failed. I cocked up after a minute, and then you're just driving around. After about 10 minutes, you start to convince yourself, well, maybe he didn't see it. Maybe he was shouting stop at someone else. Maybe he was shouting we're all going to die because of global warming. Just driving around. It's totally, but I think the moment you fail, they should just turn to you and go, pub. Because there's nothing you can do, once you're cocked up, once you've done a major fault, you can't do something so good it undoes it. You don't get to the end and they go, well, you almost hit a lorry, but then you went on 2 wheels to go down an alleyway. So I'm going to call that 1-all, Sterling Moss. Well done, Evel Knievel, you're the best. Just driving around, they're like, now we're going to practice the emergency stop. I just fucking did one, mate. I almost hit that horse. Practicing all the manoeuvres, and now we're going to reverse around a corner. I've not needed that once in my driving life. The manoeuvres should be manoeuvres we need to learn. Manoeuvre number 1 in driving tests should be pulling up close enough to the ticket thing when going into a car park. So you don't have to open the door and do the full lean to get your ticket. Manoeuvre number 2, going into a petrol station and without looking out of the window, getting the correct side of the car. So you don't have to do the embarrassing walk over like that. Manoeuvre number 3 is when your mate goes to get in, you have to pull away exactly as he gets to the handle. And you have to do that 3 times until he tells you to fuck off. Manoeuvre number 4 is getting into a car you're unfamiliar with and turning on the indicators without accidentally turning on the windscreen wipers. Problem with that is, once the windscreen wipers are on, 15 minutes till I've totally managed to turn them off. Go through all the different versions of the windscreen wiper. The really fast one. Then you think you've done it, but no, just the back one is on. When the hell am I going to need that? Oh, it's just raining on the back of the car. I think I'll reverse to work today. I'll just pop on the back windscreen wiper. The worst one, you think you turn them off, but then 10 seconds later, they're solitary. Fuck you. You can't kill me, I'm here forever. Apparently a bit of the test now is just following a sat-nav. You aware of this? Just 20 minutes, just follow a sat-nav. How lazy are instructors getting? Just go, oh, I can't be bothered, mate, I'll be in the back asleep, tell me if you cock up. It's not a challenge, following a sat-nav. The challenge will be for the next 20 minutes, you're going to follow directions given by my mum looking at a map on her phone. That left you just went past, that's the one. Oh, we're going to have to reverse around the corner now, well done. Following AA Route Planner, that'll be the challenge. Do you remember AA Route Planner? Yeah, I went from the, basically before sat-navs, when we thought we don't need maps anymore, just go online, type in where I am, type in where I'm going, print out the directions, throw my map in the bin, won't need that piece of shit. Start the journey, make one wrong turn, and you are completely fucked. It's like dying in a choose your own adventure, you just have to go back to the start. Do you ever get the pages in the wrong order? That was the worst. Turn left outside your house, turn right at Stonehenge. What the hell is going on? Sorry, I know that's showboating to have a sip of wine, but hope I'm not blowing your mind, sir. Best fail I ever saw. I was waiting to do a test, and I saw a woman and her examiner. They walked out of the test centre. They got in the car, and then she popped it into reverse, by mistake. Reversed back onto the grass bank behind the parking space. Popped it into first, spun the wheels, realised they were stuck, and then they both got out of the car and walked back into the test centre. At least I'm presuming she failed. It might just have been an advanced manoeuvre I wasn't aware of. They're going, bloody hell, you can do the reverse wheel spin on a bank. You don't need to do the rest of the test, madam. My favourite bit of driving, toll road. Love the toll road, you know the toll road, love it, love it. You know the bit I'm talking about, not the actual toll road, not the pay. No, just that 20 yards of road just after the arm comes up, where there's no rules at all. No markings on the road as wide as it is long. Accelerate away at 100 miles an hour. It's like Mad Max, I've never felt so alive. Someone's doing donuts in the middle. It's like Mario Kart, someone firing tortoise shells across at someone else. Then you all just get back into line and go, let's never mention that happened again. My question with the toll roads, those guys in the toll booths, how do they get in there? There's no route across. I've never seen one running across late for work. There's no car park. It doesn't make any sense. I've got a theory. I've got a theory. If you can't pay, you have to get in, they drive off. It's winner stays on. Just people in there going, it's only visiting my gran in Wolverhampton, I've been in here for 4 years. I don't know how they get in there. I don't, it's like I went on holiday. And this place they had a swim up bar in the middle of the pool. Swam up to it, the guy in there, he was dry. How have you got in it? Were you airlifted in like the darkness at Glastonbury? Did you get in and they filled up the pool? This doesn't make any sense. He's the only person who goes to work on a lilo. Went to Spain. Been to Spain, Celia? Yeah. Up coast or down coast? Did you pick up any Spanish? 9? You proved your point, I'll give you that. Right. Only phrase I learned, only that one phrase, Spanish. Got it off a cash point. If you go to Spain, use the cash point. Put in your PIN number, get it right, this is what it says, couldn't believe it. Put in your PIN number, it just says, Numero secreto correcto. Piss off, that can't be the Spanish. I walked into hello, hello. Numero secreto correcto. That is what you would write if you had failed to revise for your Spanish GCSE. Either that or the cash point's been installed by one of those Brits abroad that can't be bothered to learn the language. I don't know, numero secreto correcto, that's how they talk, isn't it? Right, let's go and get some food. 1 fry-up-o, please-o. If you go on holiday, you've got a holiday with people that holiday in the same way as you. Like I went on holiday with some people recently. I don't know if you've been on holiday with this kind of prick. The kind of person that wants to get the 5 a.m. plane to make the most of the Thursday. No. They're going to get to Paris at 7 a.m. Yeah, but we stood there thinking, how am I jet lagged in France? How have I gone from London to Paris and I'm on New York time? We could explore Paris. I can't check into my hotel till 3 p.m. So currently I'm climbing up the Eiffel Tower, I have my own special pillow. People saying don't jump, that's not why I've got it. You know, I don't have to get up at 3 a.m. They'll always give you tips. Like, oh, you don't have to get up at 3 a.m. Why don't you just do what I do, right? Here's a little time saver for you. Why don't you just try, save a bit of time in the morning, have a shower before you go to bed. Well, what a time saver. I look forward to lying in till 3 in the morning. Probably won't even set my alarm, I'll just wake up naturally at that time. That's not a time saver, just doing stuff before you go to bed. Here's a little tip, I brush my teeth twice before I go to bed, and I don't have to brush them in the morning. Here's a little time saver for you, I have a shower before putting my clothes on before going to bed. Here's a little time saver for you, I have 7 breakfasts on a Monday. I don't have to have breakfast for the rest of the week. I don't have to get up at 3 a.m. I don't have 2 hours sleep before I go on holiday. They'll go, oh, you don't have to have 2 hours sleep. Why don't you just do what I do? Go to bed at 8 p.m. Tell you why not, mate. Because I haven't been grounded by my mum. Have you tried going to bed at 8 p.m? No one should be brushing their teeth during the one show. You go to this place, it's holiday time, it's light outside, you're not going to hear children playing in the fucking street. I shouldn't be being kept up by the ice cream van. If I go to bed at 8 p.m, all it means is by 1 a.m. I've been livid for 5 hours. You've been on holiday with these people that want to get up on holiday? You know this? I went on holiday with some people the first day, they were like, oh, we're going to get up at 5:30 and watch the sunrise. So are you a shepherd? Do I recognise you from my advent calendar? I don't know. And then the next day they said, we're going to get up at dawn. If you don't know when dawn is, right, it's the first stage of twilight. So we're going to get up at dawn, right? We're going to get up at dawn and we're going to go skinny dipping. Do you want to come? No, I shouldn't think so, no. They'd always try and talk you into it in the same way. They'd go, oh, don't you go skinny dipping? Don't you want to know what it feels like? The freedom of the water up against your naked body. Well, I've had a bath. And unlike skinny dipping at 6 a.m, I didn't end up with hypothermia of the penis. The main reason I don't want to go skinny dipping is I'm a weak swimmer. I don't want to be rescued in the nip, that is it. Normally when people go swimming, I'll just paddle on the beach. You can't do that with skinny dipping. They're all having a wonderful time. I'm just some naked bloke walking up and down, talking about how I've never felt so free in my life. I know it wasn't you. Worst holiday I went on recently, went on stag do. The worst thing about the stag do, the stag WhatsApp group. If you haven't been in a stag WhatsApp group, what it is, it's basically a way for you to establish before the weekend away that you'll be travelling with the 30 biggest bellends in Europe. Very alpha, the stag WhatsApp group, very alpha, not the kind of forum to ask whether you can check your pillow in its hand luggage. Is that your wanking pillow? That's not even a thing, mate. At least I hope it's not. Why is everything now a WhatsApp group? You go for a drink with two mates, should we start a WhatsApp group now? We can get the banter started early. I've known you since school. Get all these, everything is a WhatsApp group. We've got a tour WhatsApp group. It's just me and George. What's the fucking point? This is a family WhatsApp group, which is 90% my mum mistakenly sending voice memos. This is how I know I'm in too many WhatsApp groups. I'm in WhatsApp groups that are smaller versions of other WhatsApp groups that have been set up purely to slag off people in the main WhatsApp group. And I should know I've set up most of them. Don't do what I did the other day though. Screen grab the main group, circle the comment you like the least, and then mistakenly send it back to the main WhatsApp group. My mum was fucking livid. Thinking about you're stuck in all these WhatsApp groups. I'll just text you. People go, no, WhatsApp's better. It's encrypted. No one's going to hack in. Who's going to hack in? No one gives a shit. We're organising a pint, not a Mossad assassination. Who is? Oh, Mr. Putin. We've got some information. Actually, it's his wanking pillow. It turns out. You're stuck in all these WhatsApp groups. You can't leave, can you? Well, you can leave. But you know it will announce it to the group. Josh has left the conversation. Like you've stormed out of the Queen Vic. Who has got the confidence to do that? Tell you who I admire, the instant leavers. Have you seen that a new WhatsApp group start? Steve, it's my birthday. Jamie's left the conversation. Bloody hell, Jamie, the ball's on you, mate. WhatsApp makes me too paranoid. Like when you're writing and you know people can see you're writing. And if you're writing for more than 10 seconds, you know they're going, this better be fucking good, Martin Amis. My favourite when someone's writing for about a minute and then he just goes, yes. Well, how many drafts of no did you try? Everything about WhatsApp makes me paranoid. Like when you delete a message, it just disappears. And you go, oh, you want it to just disappear, but no, it says, Josh, this comment has been deleted. You know, that looks far worse than anything I could have ever said. All it was a typo, now it looks like I've been racist or something. I've ended my career, all I did was like habba 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 instead of ha ha ha. Been on a lot of these stag do's recently. So I'm at that age where you get invited to a lot of weddings. If I could give you one tip, someone who's been invited to a lot of weddings, get in early on the gift list. Yeah, nothing worse, day before the wedding, realise you haven't gone on, you go on, all the mid-range items have gone. You've got to decide between getting them a fridge freezer or a spoon. You get these gift lists now, where it's just experiences from the honeymoon that you get them. So like some people, you know, so I went on one and I had to buy them. I bought them a romantic candlelit meal for two, right, and then they sent me a thank you card and it said thank you for the romantic candlelit meal for two. We thought about you throughout. That's reading. I didn't sign up to your foreplay. No. I just didn't want to pay for your safari. Just glad I didn't get you the couple's massage, if I'm honest with you. One of the experiences was airport transfer. That is not an experience.